At 11 months, you can almost see the synapses firing in your baby's brain. At first they were developing their sensory skills, so they were taking in all these sights and sounds from around them, and they were establishing a whole network in their brain based on all of that sensory input. But now, your baby is ready for more complex, higher order thinking. They want to explore cause and effect themselves and understand the properties of the objects around them. They're learning how the real world works, and there is so much you can do to support this important developmental window with the Thinker Play Kit for months 11 to 12. Your baby's desire to fit objects into containers is called posting. It's this very precise fine motor activity that seems so simple to us adults, but it is so complex and engaging at this age. So, the wooden peg drop is designed for lots of experimental posting play. To start, we encourage you to keep the holes open, so your baby can have that immediate gratification of putting this peg into the hole and seeing it drop through. And then as your baby gets more advanced in their thinking, you can pull this tab closed to close the holes. So with the holes closed, they'll put the pegs in, and then they will use their problem-solving skills and figure out how the lateral movement, so this kind of movement, to push the tab in so that the pegs drop through the holes. This is so fun for your baby. This is definitely an extended play activity. Next, I want to show you the sensory switchboard. So it's a non-light-up toy, so no batteries or recorded sounds, but it feels and acts like a light-up toy. The 3 switches on this switchboard are designed based on switch styles your child will encounter in the real world, but they're made specifically to help little fingers and hands build strength. So each switch has an increasing level of difficulty. So your baby will use their pointer finger to poke this one at first, activating the green light. In play studies, we saw poking over and over again as a way that children investigate and inspect items in their little world. What 11-month-old doesn't want to turn on and off a light switch? And now they have their very own. And finally, there's a twist-style switch, the most advanced kind. So it rotates like this. All 3 give your child this gratification of cause and effect without the distracting, flashing lights and noise. We heard that families love this as an on-the-go toy, so your baby can hold it in their hands or on their lap in the car or anywhere they might need some independent play. Now I want to talk about the sliding top box. So earlier we sent, for your 7-month-old, the ball drop box. So that was a wooden box where the ball goes into the hole and then it quickly reappears again. It was an early lesson in object permanence with very immediate reveal. This sliding top box looks similar, but actually represents a whole new level of learning for your baby. So they're familiar with putting the ball in the hole, so they'll be excited to do that, but it doesn't automatically reappear. So your baby will wonder, well, where did it go? And they may put their hand in the hole and try and find it themselves. This box has 2 ramps inside, and so the ball will always disappear out of view when your baby puts the ball in the hole. So then to reveal the ball, they actually have to work this horizontal slide. So this reinforces that concept of object permanence. I can't see it, but it's still there, and I really want to get it. Most babies don't figure this out right away, so it may take a month or 2 for them to understand how to find the ball. It's actually designed to be challenging. It might feel early to give your baby a doll, but you may be surprised to see the first stages of imitative play, like putting a blanket over a doll or hugging the doll. That often starts at around 13 months, but it could even happen earlier. So our organic cotton baby doll comes in 3 skin tones, so you can either give your baby a doll that looks like them or a chance to play with a pretend pal who looks a little different. It's also gender neutral, so it has neither a name nor any stereotypical male or female features. It's a blank canvas by design. Play can be free and open-ended. Toddlers mouth so much at this age that it's really important to have a doll made with organic cotton. Most children at some point go through a stage of being fascinated by dolls, which gives them a chance to take care of something smaller than them, to play family and to be the nurturer for a change. So now I want to show you the Pincer Puzzle. So between months 10 and 12, your baby learns to grasp small objects with their thumb and their index finger. So this is called the pincer grasp. So this pincer puzzle is designed to help them practice and reinforce that motion. So this is a Montessori classic. So your baby will use their pincer grasp to remove the cylinder from the block, and then they'll have to use their problem-solving skills to figure out how to get it back into the block. So once your baby is playing with the puzzle confidently, set the block further away from the cylinder as a new challenge. So one that works gross and fine motor skills at the same time. So here are the opposite balls. You may not believe it, but your baby's brain, even as early as 11 months, is ready to learn about scientific concepts like contrasts and weight. The hard part as a parent is finding tools and activities that demonstrate these concepts. So these opposite balls are so helpful. One of them is really heavy and the other is light. And you can't see it, but it's really a remarkable difference that I can feel here. They look identical, but they feel dramatically different. To demonstrate opposite weights or sinking and floating, you could use a rock and a feather, but they look so different and you're not really helping your baby focus on that contrast. Put these two balls in your baby's hands and just look at their face. You can see them realize that there are two things that look the same but feel totally different. A great way to introduce these is during bath time. One of them sinks and one of them floats. You'll find so many new ways to play with them for the years to come. We actually hear from families all the time that this little mini book is their baby's favorite. I think it's because they just love to hold things themselves and, they're using their two hands and working to turn the pages. This book is also full of real photographs of living things that they've likely seen in the world, like a duck or a cat, a ladybug, a bunny. We chose animals that could be familiar and will likely become those first words later. And it's a great opportunity for serve and return interactions. So when your baby points to a page or is excited to see an animal, you can share that interest and focus by saying the animal's name out loud, like duck and ladybug. The size makes it so great for on the go. So your baby can hold it themselves in the car. But what we hear often is the best way to use this little book is to hand it to your baby during those squirmy diaper changes. It will keep them and their hands busy. This is such a big moment. You've almost made it to a year, and we wanted to include a gift for you to thank you for bringing us along on your parenting journey. The Notes to My Child has prompts for notes that you can write to your child now for them to read later. And, there's no need to write a novel or feel intimidated by writing these notes. This is just a sweet, easy way to capture what's present for you and top of mind right now that you may forget about later and will love reflecting on together. This play guide that comes with this play kit, like every play kit, isn't just about these playthings. It's so much more than that. When you really understand what's going on in your baby's brain and how you can be a part of their learning, it just creates these kind of magical moments of connection. Your bond is so special and important, and we've got all the guidance and information you need to get the very most out of your time together. Your baby is almost 1, and it goes so fast. We're so grateful to be here with you.